Hi everyone, it's Rita. I have opened up the Akashic Records. I can't believe I've really never done Moldavite. I've got a couple pieces like this. I got one that's bigger than this. Jealous, I know. And then I recently got this one that's got Herkimer diamonds around it. And I'm going to try to hold it here without making you dizzy or seasick. If you're new to my channel, I open up the Akashic Records of things, and that's a vibrational history, and everything has a vibrational history. So it's kind of fun for me, and it's something I started at the beginning of COVID. I opened up the COVID virus, and so if you go back on my channel, you'll see some playlists around that. It had a lot of guidance in the beginning that's come true. It's interesting, right? So anyway, so I have my records open. I have these open. I was hearing all sorts of things. They're really excited about the records being opened. So what would you like us to know? You have infinite power. Your power comes from a deep knowing of yourself. And when you feel wobbly or without clarity, you need only to go and look deeper inside of yourself. Okay. That's awesome. All right, so do you have a galactic origin? Yes, we have a galactic origin. Was there an intent to come to this planet? Yes. All the galactic intentions, all the galactic encounters you have are a co-created intention. So what does that mean? It means at the time that we came to your planet in the form of what you call a meteor, there was a shift happening on the planet. Just like your crystals that are inside the planet, a lot of times work their way up to the surface. There's an intention too with the tektites on your planet kind of working their way down to your surface. What is the benefit of you being on the planet? The meteorites hit at different places around your globe at different times. And in doing so, it's bringing some of the energy outside of your atmosphere to your planet. There's sort of a balancing, but also an infusion of energy. So what's the benefit for us of having a piece of this? Is it glass? It's a combination of energy from the meteor, that came to your planet, as well as some of the surface of your Earth, but truly, mostly, it's the meteor. Is that why it's green? It's green because the oxygen that mixed with it formed the color after it made impact. As far as carrying a piece of Moldavite, what does it do for us? And why can some people, like, I don't really feel much when I'm with Moldavite, and then some people get headaches and different things. Like, can you tell us what's happening there? There's a cellular reaction. There's a cellular reaction with all the crystals on the planet, including the tektites. And for the people that have a harder time with Moldavite in their field, they're trying to get me to find the right word, but it's kind of like the people that have a harder time with it have had challenges off the planet. And so it's a cellular reminder a little bit, because our cells carry so much information about all our lifetimes. They want me to tell you, I watched a Robert Edward Grant presentation recently. I actually had watched it a while ago. If you haven't seen Robert Edward Grant, he's pretty amazing. Brilliant man. And he talks about how if you take the word time and you do it backwards, it's emit. And the masters that I love that Rebecca Dawson channels talk about how our cells emit light, emit energy. And time actually works backwards for us. So all that stuff's kind of really interesting to think about, right? So what else do we need to know? So how would it be best for us to use it if if it's creating a cellular reaction for some people, do we not use it at all? Or do we just listen to yourself? If it feels like something you really want to experience and it is, feels like it's helping you to clear or emit or make higher connections through you with the energies that support you, then play with it. It's not to be looked at as a status symbol or one that you necessarily need. It's really what you're drawn to. So why was I drawn to this? And I don't really have much of a reaction to it. Because you have had a lot of galactic lifetimes, Rita, and it just feels like good energy to you, like a sense of home. I could see that a little bit. So tell me what's happening with the Herkimer diamonds that are around the one piece. What's going on with you? The Herkimer is enhancing the energy of the Moldavite as well as grounding. And the circular, the ability to have it fully circled, is also an enhancement as opposed to just having one piece. That's why you'll read that the rondelets, the jewelry that it has all the little beads and it goes in goes all the way around your neck or wherever. And that's why it's very powerful, or more powerful than just a pendant. So that's interesting. So they want me to tell you how I muscle test, because they were saying you muscle tested these before you bought them. And so you muscle test by holding things on your gut, in your solar plexus or down at your tummy. And then you can ask yourself, your feet are parallel, your knees are slightly bent, and ask yourself initially a question that you know, like, is my name Rita? And you'll automatically go forward, you should, for a yes. And is my name Yosefet? Or go back a little bit, right? So back means no. And then there's always the potential you could be neutral, right? So with any crystal, you could also do that. If there's several that you're looking at, you could hold it. And I do this with my jewelry sometimes. Sometimes I know for sure certain jewelry I want to wear, but then sometimes I'm not sure. And so I'll do this muscle test. Should I wear this today? And my body will just tell me. So anyway, do that with these crystals, especially ones that are kind of an investment in price, right? Because it's very, very hard now to find Moldavite. And so the price keeps just going up, 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 up. I bought this piece in Little Rock, Arkansas. Is that right? Little Rock? No, I bought it in, I did buy it in Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas. I was there for an event Well, I was with a great friend, a few of us, and we brought crystals back to the Edgar Cayce Center in Houston. After this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about Ekam, because that's an event I'm going to this weekend in LA. And it's new to me, but it's really powerful. And if you haven't heard of it, which I hadn't, I would love for you to know about it. Okay, so what else do we want to know about the Moldavite? Don't give your power away to crystals or stones. Crystals and stones remind you of your power. So take them, bring them into your field, create amazing intentions for your life that are positive and joyful. Do that every morning. Think of the things that you want to be experiencing more of, but not from a place of not having it, but from a place of feeling like you're experiencing it. The crystals will help you with that. They help remind you of your innate goodness and power. Never let anyone take your power away from you. You are amazing creators. The things that you believe and feel strongly about, in a positive, wonderful way, you will manifest. Speaking of which, I'm getting closer to having some edits done on my film. I've started a book about this project, and I have all the photos scanned in from this documentary that I started. I've got over 200 photos, and I trust it'll be a fun book that will remind you of your power and how much you're loved and supported by non-physical energies that move around you and through you. So that's the Moldavite with the Herkimer. And this is the one, I've got a bunch, I got some other Moldavite too. So maybe I don't want to create such a long video, but what else do we need to know? What else is good to know about you? So it can have a cleansing effect, especially karmic kind of cleansing related to past lives off planet. So I'm asking questions like, what about on planet? And I mean, like, what does that really mean? I'm not a big believer in karma. And I've been told I don't have a lot of karma. So that's cool. So I guess that makes me feel, I don't really know about, so I don't really have a lot of faith in that, because I'd always think of us as being really powerful. And I feel like anytime we give our power over to a situation, or like even astrology chart or stuff like that, when we give our power away, you know, it's not helpful, you know? So we're such amazing, creator, powerful, sovereign beings, right? So what else about the Moldavite? What else should we know? There was a real intention about where that meteor landed, because Eastern Europe has a really powerful history, metaphysical history. And there were some people there at the time when it landed that knew how to use it and do things with it on an alchemical level. That's cool. So you want me to remind you that there's people out there trying to sell Moldavite that aren't really selling Moldavite. So be really careful about the source that you use to find it if you're drawn to it. And what else? Just remember again not to use it in a way where you're giving your power away. Talk to it, talk to your crystals. Ask them to support you in different intentions and things that you want to be experiencing in your life, and see what comes forward. Okay, everyone, blessings and love to you. If you like these channelings, just, hit a like button, subscribe. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified of future videos. And I really, I'm going to do this thing with Ekam. I'm going to do a little share on Ekam in a minute, and I'll try to put these up together. Have an amazing weekend. Take care.